Hola, what is up world? Today, I am going to be discussing, as you can tell from the title, my top 10 triggers. And by triggers, I mean anything that essentially triggers me. I hope you can understand that. So, I'm going to do this in order of least triggers to most triggers. So, just you wait for number 1. It's pretty phenomenal. Okay, so let's just get right into the video. Nope, that's rip off of someone else's intro. Let's just start the video. My least thing that triggers me, which is number 10, is probably when somebody just overuses the uses of dank memes. So if somebody's just saying it all over the place, you're just gonna want them to not all day, because then it's just gonna get really annoying. So yeah, I'm honestly really triggered. I don't show it that much, but yeah, I really just am not fond of it. Next is homework. Need I say more? Drugs. Now this next one of my triggers is not going to be that much of a trigger to anyone else. So don't be weirded out. If you are, that's your problem, not mine. But one of the things that really does trigger me is brushing my teeth. I really don't like it. Now, some of you out there, hygienic freaks or whatnot, like, oh, he doesn't brush his teeth. He's such a I don't have an example for myself, but yeah, I just really, it's annoying. I feel like it's useless. Just you know, the fact that you have to just cleanse the part of your bones that are just visible to the naked eye. Yeah, I mean, it's a little weird when you say it out loud, and yes, because I say it out loud, yes, it is weird. It triggers! Okay, so, yeah, essentially, I just hate brushing my teeth. I do not like trying new foods. It is, it's not fun for me. And the reason for this is because, well, I think it's the same reason for anyone who doesn't want to try new food, is because you don't know if it's going to be nasty or not. And I'm extremely picky, for those out there who are watching this that don't know, and the only ones who are watching this are the people that I do know. Yeah, I'm very picky with my food. I like things a certain way. I don't like things mixed together. I like dry food, because I'm German. Irrelevant. But anyway, the thing is I'm just afraid of trying new foods, because it makes me feel nasty. Yeah, I just don't like trying new foods. Now this trigger has a story behind it. See, yeah, back in, okay, no, never mind. This was like a few days ago. No, it wasn't. It was like last month. I don't know, I have a terrible memory. But anyway, I had to go to the doctors to see if I had needed to get a 401, which is essentially a paper telling your teacher that you have a learning disability. And because I had a really hard time learning back in school that I'm still in, so yeah, bad grades, there's a reason. And essentially, when I wanted to learn stuff, it turns out when I went to the doctor, they just said, nah, you have a minor case of OCD. That's just proof of saying that I like things in a very specific way. Is just people in my theater class know this. If they put the chairs away in the wrong sequence, like sometimes they'll make them face the opposite direction, that I'm severely triggered by. Yeah, it's just really annoying when things are out of order. So yeah, I just have a minor case of OCD, and I say minor just because my OCD reason is not my number one reason that triggers me. So, yeah, I have OCD, and that's what triggers me. Funny thing is, this other trigger has a story behind it, too. I also take a theater class, but I also okay, that was worded wrong. I actually take a computer science class, and in that class, what we do is, we make 3D designs and stuff. And we're all hooked up to one network, and what's really, really stressful is while you're working and you forget to save your progress, the internet can shut down at any second. So when it does, you lose all your progress. Because you're connected to the network, and that's where everything is saved. So if you don't save, everything you've done in the class just drops. It stops. So it is super, super stressful when you're trying to do work, and all of a sudden the computers just shut down. And they shut down because the internet shuts down. So every time that happens, you lose everything. And by that, I seriously mean everything. Anything you save to the desktop, it's just incredibly stressful, and I just despise it beyond all compare. Funny thing is,
another one.
This trigger has another story behind it too. Okay, so those of you who are in my theater class, you should know, there's a kid named Greg. Yeah. Now, he and I were just messing around doing God knows what, and at some point, oh boy, this kid, he ripped my headphones, man. It's every time I hear the word now, reminds me of this kid Greg, and I've forever been triggered by it ever since. So yeah, Greg, I hope you're happy with your life. You've now given me a new trigger. Headphones. God, I hope you're happy. Reading. I despise reading. Now, if you've met me and you've made me read, you know I'm good at reading. Now, by that, I just mean I'm a good speaker. I do well when I read things. It's just that I don't enjoy it. So, I do well at it. I just do not enjoy it one single bit. And if this is my dad, my dad is all about old school, so he loves making us read. Oh yeah, he wants us to go back to the 1900s and just read for fun. So, ever since that, I mean, he made me do that when I was little, so, I despise reading because of him. And I just hate reading. He made me read all day. Yeah, and now I just hate reading to the point, yeah, it's just horrible. Now this one is a really, really bad one. So, I have a pool at my house. Now I'm not gonna say that I don't like swimming, but I don't. Irrelevant from the fact of that, so, for the past year, back in, what was it, 2015, throughout the entire year, I had to clean the pool every single day because we have a tree right above it and leaves are constantly falling in it. And what's the biggest pet peeve of it is that every time I end up cleaning the pool, the net will always break. Every time, the tools will always break. And then it's just so frustrating because you can't clean the pool because you don't have the tools. And it's just so freaking annoying, and I've been pissed off by that ever since. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching me just completely admit all of my biggest triggers in life. So, I hope you have a better day than I do every day discussing all of my things that trigger me. And, yeah, goodbye!